Three companies, three giants. Their aircraft have changed wars, the world, and aviation itself. But behind their successes lie crashes, scandals, and billions of dollars. Today, we'll break down the history of the big three of American aviation: Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman.
Boeing. Boeing's story began in 1916 when a young businessman, William Boeing, built his first seaplane in a simple hangar in Seattle. Nobody at the time could have imagined that this humble workshop would grow into a corporation that would become the ultimate symbol of American aviation. During World War II, Boeing became a true arms factory in the sky. Their B-17 Flying Fortress earned legendary status for its durability. There were cases when bombers returned to base riddled with holes in the fuselage and even missing an engine. Later came the B-29 Super Fortress, the most advanced bomber of the war. It was this aircraft that dropped the atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, cementing Boeing's status as a company capable of changing the course of history. After the war, Boeing bet on civilian aviation. The Boeing 707 became the first successful American jet airliner and effectively launched the era of mass intercontinental travel. Then came the Boeing 747 jumbo jet, the queen of the skies. Its double-deck silhouette became a symbol of globalization, tourism, and America's power. Its success was so immense that many airlines specifically featured the jumbo in their advertising to attract passengers. But Boeing has always had a second face, the military side. In the 1970s and 80s, the company strengthened its position in combat aviation, producing the F-15 Eagle and later the F/A-18 Hornet, fighters that became symbols of American air dominance. Today, Boeing supplies the KC-46 Pegasus refueling tanker, ensuring the strategic reach of the U.S. Air Force. Not all projects were successful. In the 1960s, Boeing attempted to outdo Europe's Concorde with the supersonic airliner Boeing 2707. Models showed incredible potential, speeds 3 times the speed of sound, and cabins for 300 passengers were planned. But the project was killed by massive costs, environmental protests, and technological issues. There were even wilder ideas. In the 1950s, Boeing worked on a nuclear-powered aircraft program. Imagine an airliner capable of flying for months, powered by a nuclear reactor on board. Tests quickly revealed the catastrophic risks in case of an accident, making the concept deadly. The project was shut down, leaving only models and blueprints.
Not every Boeing military program was flawless, but some defined entire eras. The B-52 Stratofortress, introduced in the 1950s, was expected to serve a few decades, yet it became the longest-serving bomber in history. Even today, these giants still patrol the skies, and the U.S. Air Force plans to keep them flying past their 100th birthday. Then came the C-17 Globemaster III, a heavy transport aircraft that turned into a true workhorse of modern warfare, delivering troops, tanks, and humanitarian aid to every corner of the world. Both aircraft proved Boeing's ability to build machines that last for generations. Today, Boeing is both a legend and a giant with cracks. Its military aircraft, from the Flying Fortress and Super Fortress to the B-52 and C-17, have carried America through wars, crises, and global missions. But alongside the triumphs lie cost overruns, delays, and failed projects, reminding us that even the most powerful aviation giant is not invincible. Lockheed Martin. Lockheed's history began in the 1910s when the Lockheed brothers, later adopting the Lockheed spelling, built their first experimental aircraft. The company grew slowly, but its star moment came during World War II. The era's main symbol was the P-38 Lightning. This twin-boom fighter was so unusual that pilots initially distrusted its design. But on the Pacific front, it became a terror for Japanese aviation. It was from a P-38 that the Americans shot down Admiral Hirosuke Yamamoto, the mastermind of the Pearl Harbor attack. After the war, Lockheed became synonymous with the word innovation. The company produced the Constellation airliner, but its true power emerged during the Cold War. The U.S. needed aircraft capable of doing something no one else could even dream of. Two masterpieces emerged. The U-2 Dragon Lady, capable of flying above 20 kilometers, out of reach for most air defense systems. Its 1960 shootdown over the USSR, with pilot Francis Gary Powers captured, became a global scandal. And the SR-71 Blackbird, a symbol of speed and altitude. It could exceed Mach 3, and its titanium airframe heated so much that the plane literally melted on the ground and only fully formed in flight. In all its years of service, not a single Blackbird was ever shot down. But Lockheed also has a dark side. In the 1970s, the Lockheed bribery scandal erupted. To secure contracts, the company bribed politicians in Japan, Italy, the Netherlands, and West Germany. The scandal toppled Japan's prime minister and almost buried the corporation. Lockheed survived, but had to adapt. In 1995, it merged with Martin Marietta to form Lockheed Martin, a new giant in military aviation and space. Then came the stealth era. The secret Skunk Works division created the F-117 Nighthawk, the world's first production stealth aircraft. Its angular shape looked so strange that many doubted its effectiveness. But in 1991, during the Gulf War, the F-117 proved its worth. It bombed Baghdad with impunity, avoiding Iraqi air defenses. Next came the F-35 Lightning II program. This fighter was meant to be a universal soldier for the U.S. Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, and allies. It is called the most expensive weapon in human history. The program's cost is estimated at over $1 trillion. The plane has faced criticism for software issues and operating costs, but it is now entering mass production, gradually replacing older fighter generations. Interesting facts. Lockheed attempted its own airliner, the L-1011 TriStar, but technical problems and Boeing competition made it a financial failure. In the 1950s, Skunk Works worked on hypersonic reconnaissance projects. Today, rumors say the son of the Blackbird, the SR-72, is already in testing, capable of Mach 6 speeds and unmanned operation. Lockheed Martin is a company that combines cutting-edge technology, spectacular victories, and global-scale scandals. Its projects changed the course of the Cold War, and today it is building one of the most widely deployed fighters of the future. Northrop Grumman. Northrop has always gone against the rules. In the late 1930s and 40s, Jack Northrop developed his first flying wings, aircraft without tails where all lift was generated by the wing. Their shape was futuristic and even frightening. Pilots compared them to UFOs. But the U.S. Air Force rejected the concept. The planes were difficult to fly, unstable, and often crashed during testing. Despite this, the idea did not die. In the 1950s and 60s, Northrop continued experimenting with full-scale models. Wooden mock-ups and prototypes with wingspans over 50 meters were decades ahead of their time. Some tests took place at secret ranges, and locals often mistook them for UFOs. Part of the early UFO legends in the U.S. likely came from these trials. In the 1980s, Northrop finally brought the concept to life with the B-2 Spirit, a strategic stealth bomber. Its angular shape and radar-absorbing coatings made it almost invisible to radars. Each aircraft cost about $2 billion and was produced in extremely limited numbers, only 21 planes. Despite this, the B-2 became a symbol of American military might and technological superiority. Not everything went smoothly. In 2008, a B-2 crashed shortly after takeoff in Guam, the first and only loss of a Spirit aircraft. Its cost and secrecy made the crash a major shock for the Air Force. Today, Northrop is developing the B-21 Raider, the most secretive aircraft of the 21st century. It is meant to replace the B-2, be cheaper and more numerous, and rumors suggest it will operate both manned and unmanned. This is one of the Pentagon's largest projects in recent years, and Northrop is clearly betting everything on it. But the corporation isn't limited to bombers. Northrop produces reconnaissance drones, for example, the RQ-4 Global Hawk,
capable of staying aloft for days, gathering strategic data. The company also participates in missile defense, space systems, and hypersonic technology projects. Northrop Grumman isn't just an aviation company. It's an experimental lab for the boldest ideas, where future technologies are born, from invisible bombers to drones that can watch the planet for days. Their aircraft look like science fiction, but each one really flies and really changes the balance of power.
Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman aren't just aviation companies. They are corporations that are simultaneously rivals, allies, and enemies. Their aircraft shaped the face of 20th century aviation, from World War II flying fortresses to 21st century stealth bombers. And their competition determines what armies and passengers will fly today and tomorrow. Their histories are full of triumphs and defeats. Boeing created the largest airliners and legendary combat aircraft, but went through the catastrophic 737 MAX scandals. Lockheed Martin invented speed, stealth, and spy technology, but endured corruption scandals and massive budget wars over contracts. Northrop Grumman turned the flying wing dream into reality with the B-2 MB-21 while keeping projects highly secret, fueling rumors and legends about future aviation. Each of these giants competes not only in the skies, but also in billion-dollar contract battles. Every victory or loss shifts the balance of power and the direction of technology. Their planes are not just machines. They are symbols of innovation, ambition, and audacity. Some have lost, some have won, but the result is always the same. These three companies determine what the American sky looks like, how aviation technology evolves, and who will control the skies of the future. And one thing is certain, their aircraft will continue to amaze, intimidate, and inspire for decades to come.